Hey! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. Welcome. It is Wednesday, Hump Day. So we're going to be working on the GBWC 2021 build. Jumping back on to this bazooka here and trying to tie up some stuffs, basically. Just, the fine detailing and stuff like that. I've got a couple ideas that I want to try to incorporate here this evening, so hopefully you guys are ready for that ride. Alexander says, no, Tim, it's Thursday. Maybe in jolly good England, but not here, mate. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing this evening. So, if you missed the first stream this morning, or this afternoon, really, then you missed the new shirt. Hey, look at that. The Heat Hawk. But wait, there's more. Ooh, on the sleeve too? What? Yeah. So, this shirt is not yet available in the Child of Mecha store, but it will be soon. There's a red one, but it doesn't have the designation just yet. So that'll be coming very, very soon. And I'll let you guys know when that happens. Okay? You gotta like, subscribe, follow on the social medias to see when I announce that. Yeah. But anywho, if you do want other shirts, hit up childofmecha.com. You'll find the store button right up at the top. Hit that. You will find other shirts. You will find hats. You will find prints of my work. All sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up on that stuff. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we're going to be working with here tonight, there is a little Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube, that side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, help out the stream, fuel our endeavors moving forward, right? Like the podcast. It's starting to get accepted into the different podcast platforms and stuff like that, right? Just we're kind of waiting on the big one right now, which is Apple. So once that's been accepted, sky's the limit, man. Then we can rock and roll. But if you're interested in hearing the and it's just a trailer. It's like a minute long. You can listen to it on Spotify. The title of it is called Mecha Studio Podcast. And it's obviously by Child of Mecha. So I think if you searched either one, you'd probably be able to find it. Easiest place, obviously, like I said, is Spotify, or like Google Podcasts right now are probably going to be your best bets. But if you're like me, I listen to all my podcasts through Apple. So just come on, Apple. Get your shit in gear. Anyway, so we're waiting on that. That's going to be exciting. Anyway, if you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, whatever, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now right down here yonder at our good friends USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew will definitely have what you need. And then, obviously, if you like this stream, if you get value from it, if you learn from it, man, hit the like, subscribe, follow, like we said earlier, on the different social media channels. Keep up with what we're doing off stream, right? Know when the new shirts are in stock and ready to go. See if I have to delay or cancel the show, which has happened more than I'd like here within the past week or so. Regardless, man, follow it. Follow all the social media channels so you can keep up. Anyway, and if you know somebody or a group of somebodies that could benefit from watching this stream, man, share it with them. It's the nice thing to do. Come on now. What's wrong with you? Anyway. So we're going to jump on, and Alex Andrews with the constant assist over there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, CastBox, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Of those, I think the only ones we're missing right now are Apple, and I want to say Radio Public. I think those are the only two that we're missing right now. But obviously the big one is Apple, right? That's the one. That's the one we're waiting for. And then, like I said, once that gets approved on there, then off to the races. off to the races. It's going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So, you know, what I'm thinking is they're probably going to be about an hour in length, right? And they'll be sort of like you know, sort of like interview type of podcasts, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, like I said in the trailer, you know, we'll have GBWC champions, you know, modeling artists, store owners, industry insiders, the whole 9 yards, and we'll find out more about them and their roles within our hobby. So I think that should be really, really fun and very informative, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, right? So, yeah. But, hey, there's Mr. Old School Gunpla himself. George, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see, man. Zero Kai over there, Mr. Nathan, he says, hey, Tim, guess what I'm doing? Actually making a build for for Open Hobby, I guess the Bandai Hobby Open. Hopefully I don't move to another project. Yeah, right? Get on it, man. Stay on it. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. Anywho, all right. Let's get to work. Okay, let's get down to it. Because, like I said, I've got some ideas rattling around in the noggin that I kind of want to get done tonight. Yeah. So, without any further ado, let's go. Boom. Camera 2. Let's bring you up to speed with kind of where we are with this bazooka, because we have been spending a lot of time on this thing, but I'm digging it, and I really love kind of where this is thus far, right? Ooh, we need to zoom out just a little bit more, don't we? There we go. There it is. There's that big bad prototype looking but let's see. So last time we worked on this, because Monday we were supposed to work on this, but we had a talking stream. We just chatted, and it was fun. I like having those every once in a while, right? But I also like working on stuff too. So, with that being said, you know, we went ahead and did, and now let me zoom back in to show you the details of what we did. You know, we did all of this beautiful scribing work here on the front of the barrel, wrapped that around all the way underneath and everything. That nice scratch built little deal there. Outline scribed this little molded in thingy, replaced the little circular details with little kotobukiya pieces there. Added this girder type of thing right there. You know, it just kind of gives it a prototype, kind of, you know, throw stuff at a wall type of feel, you know. And that's that's exactly what I'm going for. I'm going for prototype, we don't know what we're doing type of feel, right? Because the Gundam, the RX-78, was a prototype. You know, when we've got these heavy-duty support triangles there, and then you move down here to the back, and obviously we padded this front part out here. We also padded the focus. There you go. We padded this back out here, and then we replaced the wimpy exhaust thingy here with a beefy one from the Master Grade Unicorn that Greg Blair was nice enough to send me some spare parts on and stuff, right? And then I popped in one of those resin greeblies that we cast in there, and then slotted an inflation needle in there to kind of give it some nice, you know, mechanical feel, right? So and then here just a little bit ago went ahead and glued some vents onto the top of this thing, so that just kind of you know, ties that look together and everything. But what I think what we're going to do here tonight is work on the sides here and try to work on covering that gaping kind of gaping hole there, right? Maybe do something up here. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along, right? So, without any further ado, let's get this guy off of here. Let's get this guy off of here. Let's pull the mag off. We're gonna set the barrel and everything off to the side because we really don't need that here tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that piece back on there. We're going to put this piece back on here. And now the idea that I have in mind for this is these little shocks, right? So I'm thinking put these like right along there, kind of like that. And you know, we're gonna have to cut out a little bit here on the plastic strip to make these fit, but that's not really a big deal for me. That's not a huge deal at all, because if you have these flush right up against the wall of this piece, it only protrudes just a little bit there, right? Which I kind of like. I dig that. I dig that look. And you know, again, this whole thing with exposed, you know, with these exposed pistons and stuff like that, that just kind of adds to the prototype style that we're going for, right? So that's what we're going to start with at least tonight. But before we do that, we gotta get caught up with the chat. Let's do that first, real quick, yeah. Oh, let's see here. George says, yeah, been a while. Crazy times. Tell me about it, man. Andrew says to Bill, he says, I'm going to skip going to Army Navy surplus stores for now. Only ones in my area are up towards Chicago. Yeah, that probably is a good idea. Or at least for probably the next week or so. Yeah, until things die down, you know. And hopefully by then they'll die down a little bit, you know. But George says that bazooka is glorious. Thank you, George. I appreciate that, buddy. Spider2K2, Mr. James is over there on YouTube. He says, I'm watching this as I'm heading back to base for the night. The bazooka looks great, Tim. Hey, thank you, James. Appreciate that. Bill says, idea. Ooh, idea. Tim, have you thought about removing some of the central cross member in the girder to make it like a handhold? Not really. Not really. I like the look of it. I do. I like the look of it. I'm not feeling it, Bill. This is me. It's just me. Anywho. James says, I agree with Roosh. Man, both y'all shut up. Super Set 5's over there on Twitch. He says, how goes it, everybody? I'm so glad my Monday is over with. But it's Wednesday. Anyway. Let's see. Brandon says, hey, George, I have a duplicate kit I want to send to you to add as a giveaway for the GoFundMe goal. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Superset 5 says, pistons for recoil? I like it. I like the idea. No, well, maybe. Probably not for recoil so much, because obviously this is not, you know, a human arm where it's... where, you know, can shake and stuff like that. What I was kind of thinking is more for moving the next round into the chamber, you know, so kind of it would go, you know, and just do something like that. I don't know. I'm making these things up as I go along. Sue me, right? So that's kind of the idea that I had. So, yeah. Anywho, all right, so let's get at it. We need to clean these little shocks, pistons, whatever you want to call it. We need to clean these up because these are kind of nasty, coming right out of Kotobukiya, which is disappointing. The nubs are in not a great spot, and you have to, you know, trim those and shape that down. And then there's mold lines like crazy on these things. So you also have to deal with that, because if you don't, then it's just going to look kind of silly, right? So there's actually going to be some significant trimming on on this piece here to get it to where we need it to be looks wise, right? Now, I could leave it, and most people won't ever notice. But that's not my deal. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't leave mold lines and seam lines and stuff like that on my models. It ain't happening. We clean them up. Attention to detail, right? Attention to detail. Anyway. So we're just, right now, just kind of scraping these things down here. Clearing the nubs. All that good stuff. There we go. Just get that cleaned as tight as we possibly can before we flip this over and do the same thing to the other side, right? Okay. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're getting there. Like I said, Kotobukiya didn't really do themselves any favors with these little pistons or shocks or, you know, whatever you want to call them. But they are a good look once you get them cleaned and installed properly, right? They do make a good look. Okay, that is almost it. We just need to come right up around this little barrel connector here. Okay, so there's that. That's looking pretty good, nice and clean. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this guy back on here, get that locked into place, and then this will come up here and just kind of sit right about there, right? And so what we need to do right there, that's looking good, and as you can see, I kind of marked that outer edge there with pencil, right? So let's get this off of here, and then let's start to cut this thing down and trim it to where this thing will fit appropriately, right? Let's see, is that like a 2mm deal? No, that's less than that. That's probably 1.5. So where's my 1.5? Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it get to? Shoot. Ah. There we go. 1.5. Boom. So match this up here, and then that should give us proper clearance on this thing. So there we go. Awesome. Okay, so let's first clip what we don't need with the nippers here, and we're gonna cut under the pencil line here. We don't want to take off you know, a ton right now. All right, so moment of truth. Let's see if that fits. This is actually the one that we still need to clean. Here's the clean one right here. And that's, man, that's super close right now. We just need we need to cut up to that line and do all that here. So first things first, we're going to trim that there, and then we'll get we'll get this guy here. Okay, so there's that. And then trim this back ever so slightly with the hobby knife here. Okay. Clean off the chaff on the inside from all of that, so this thing can fit properly. And then do the same thing to the outside here. And that'll give it just a kind of a nice looking bevel. Okay, so here we go, kids. Moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. I like the look of that. That's kind of, you know, added with the added vents and everything here. This looks like a kind of a mechanism to kind of you know, discard the spent shell and load the new one into the barrel of this bazooka, right? So I can see it, you know, coming back, you know, all that fun stuff, right? Yeah, I think this is going to work really nicely. I think this is going to be pretty sweet. So we'll put that up there, right? One thing that I think we need to do, though, is fully... Whoa, shit, I didn't expect that to happen. Fully mask off this, this void here, right? And to do that, we can do... Let's see, is this the rod that fits? Yeah, okay, so this is a rod that fits perfectly in here, right? So what we can do is just cut off a little bit of this, right? And then glue this in here, and then once the glue is dry, we trim this down, and then any little gaps or anything like that, just kind of pop that in there with some super glue, and yeah, I think that should probably work quite well, actually. So let's go ahead and do it, right? Yeah. All right. Let's get this cleaned off here first, because we got some nasty focus. There we go. We got some nasty super glue. There we go. Stalactite, stalagmite, whatever buildup you want to call it there. And we're just gonna remove that, and then let's see. We got a little. There we go. All right, so let's get this placed right in there, just like that, and then we'll back this up with a couple drops of super glue right across the the top there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop a little bit of Instaset on here, because I would like this to dry sometime tonight. So we're gonna leave that be. We're gonna check in with the chat and see what's going on with you guys. Yeah, because I know we got some comments and stuff like that here. So let's get caught up, shall we? 01 Shield shell ejection port. Sounds good to me, right? Yeah. He says pistons are a nice addition. I think so. Superset 5, he says, I think my dogs know I had a bad day today. They never fail to cheer me up. Aw, good doggos. Andrew says, Will says, the one Nerf gun I'm working on at the moment is kind of my idea of a holdout blaster for a Jedi Knight, going to dual-wield lightsabers and use Old Republic Knight armor. Okay. Brandon Cobb's over there on Facebook. He says, what is the clear tool that you use to make the thin slivers of masking? I saw it on one of your old 2018. That is just a piece of acrylic. That's literally all it is. Where did I get off to? Where did it go? I don't know what I did with it. You usually... Oh, no, there it is. Hang on one second. I'll show you, Brandon. So, yeah. So, this is just a... just an acrylic sheet. That's really all that it is. It's... I don't know, probably 1/4 inch thick, maybe 3/8 inch thick, nothing insane. And you don't have to use clear, you can use whatever color is available, right? I'm actually going to ditch this for the next one, and actually I'm going to do like a full tutorial because I have a nice black sheet of acrylic up there with the... protective tape and everything still on it. But yeah, this is just an acrylic sheet. You just lay them down, lay the tape down on all the edges and stuff, and then you can use like a T-square or like an L-square, something like that, to cut beautifully straight lines with that. So yeah, it's just an acrylic sheet, dude. That's all that it is. Pretty simple. And Brandon says, and thanks for the tutorial on how to make vents. I used the basic principles, but instead made a beam saber casing to mount and swivel on the forearm. Still need to reshape it some, but it looks all right for a first attempt. That's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool. Congratulations. Welcome to Scratch Building. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. That is really, really cool. Hell yeah. Brandon says, what happened to Lil A? Haven't seen him on in a while. I don't think Little A likes us anymore. So, not a huge loss. There's Gary. What's going on, Gary? Mr. Y-Rag Gumpley. He's over there spamming hearts on the YouTube channel and on the Mecha Army Facebook group. He says, busy work and duties at the moment. Hell yeah, dude. I get it. I get it. We're all busy. Yeah, and Gary's essential. Hey, now. Let's see. Scuffles is over there on Twitch. What's going on, Scuffles? You're doing a raffle to give away that acrylic sheet. What? Raffle? Am I? I that's the first I heard of it. Shit. Is this a Mikkel situation that I'm not aware of? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I literally am not going to have a use for it, so I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Gary says, essential, no good. I get it. I totally get it, man. 100%. I totally get it. So, all right. This thing should be cured, so we're going to pop the eyes back on here. Let's get to trimming this down. Let's double check and see. Yeah, that's all dry to the touch. That's very good. All right, so let's just sop up any leftover Insta set here, but it looks like it's all evaporated, so that's a good thing. So what we're gonna do is we're going to trim that off as best as we possibly can. We don't want to trim it down right to the plastic because then that could leave a dimple, right, in the plastic, in the plastic rod. So we're going to we basically just cut it right above the height there, and you can see we just left just a little sliver right there, right? So what we're going to do with our hobby knife is come in here and just trim that to be flush with the rest of the surface, right? Pretty simple, pretty simple. There it goes. That is looking pretty good. We'll come back in here with one of our files and maybe even the sanding block and get that super nice and flush with this piece, right? Because that's what we want. We want this whole thing to look like one solid piece. So let's start off with the file first, and we're just gonna, feather that in. Pretty simple. And that's pretty nice there. Let's do the same thing to this side. And there we go. Good. All right, so now we're going to come in here with the 600 grit sanding block, right? And if you want to know how to make your own, we got a tutorial on that. Mecha.com. Go check it out. It's good stuff. Very simple to do. As long as you got a little MDF and you got a little BSI and you got some double-sided tape and you got some sandpaper. It's really easy to make your own. All right. That's looking pretty good there. Looking nice there. Now let's we're gonna take a tiny bit of sandpaper here. We're just gonna kind of finish sand this thing here. Okay, looking good, looking good. All right. Very nice. Very nice. And that practically fills up the entire gap there on that piece. So let's pop this on here. And yeah, see, that looks really good. You can't hardly see anything in terms of daylight there. But what I am noticing there is maybe this rod protrudes just past the surface. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 400 to this and just kind of make sure this rod is evened out at the bottom here as much as possible. There we go. We flatten that out nice and good. Now let's get this back on here. And yeah, there we go. That's a much better fitment. Much better. Very good. Okay, so with that being said, let's throw this little guy back on here. Let's go ahead and get our piston deal right there. And boom, bing, we got it looking really nice. Really nice. And that just fits the whole prototype style aesthetic on this thing, right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. All right, let's do the same thing to the other side here. Let's mark our spots, and we're gonna get this matched up here right quick. So we just hold our piece in place to where we want it, right? And then just very carefully outline here, nice and tight. And there's that little kind of half circle that we drew in. So we're going to pop this off, and we're going to grab our 1.5 millimeter scribing jig again, if I didn't lose it again. Oh, no, here it is. And so what we're going to do is we're going to match this up right there. Just kind of pull that line over, and there we go. There's our little notch that we've got to cut out, right? So first things first, we're going to clip this out with our nippers ever so carefully. Just like that. And then we're going to do a little bit of trimming here. Okay, good. And let's see, where did the round file get to? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Okay, so we're going to come in here and just kind of form that. And that looks nice and even there. And then, of course, we're going to grab the 600 and feather that in with this piece here. Okay, so like we did on the other side, we're going to clean the chaff on the inside from all of that cutting and shaping, filing, and all that. And then we're going to bevel this this piece here. Okay, I think that needs a little bit more shaping. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Even that out. Let's do a little beveling around that corner. And moment of truth. Spot on again. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so one thing that I am noticing is that I'm not a big fan of this hard corner right there, right? So what we're going to end up doing is just kind of popping that off at a angle. I don't really know what that angle is, but it looks good. There you go, just like that. That looks much better. Much better. Okay, so let's get this back on here. Let's take a look how that looks now. Oh yeah, see, that looks engineered. That looks much better. Much better. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead real quick before we install these. We need to quickly clean this other piston here, right? So let's quickly do that. Clear the nub off first, and then these nasty mold lines. Man, Kotobukiya is better than this, you guys. They're so much better than this. Like, I always praise Kotobukiya on their molding accuracy and precision, right? But this is ridiculous. And mind you, it's super minor in the grand scheme of things. It's a mere inconvenience, right? But when you're used to Kotobukiya producing such greatly molded and cast pieces, man, it's I don't know. It's just disappointing, really. It's disappointing, but it is what it is, right? Little cleanup, that's what scale modeling is. Welcome to the hobby. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. There we are. Okay, and there we go. Let's clean this up here with the old toothbrush, get all the nasty bits brushed away from it, and now we've got two perfectly cleaned little shocks, pistons, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter to me, right? Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and get these installed here. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's do it. Yeah. Anyway, where's the tweezers? Here we go. Now we got to be precise with these things, right? Because this is only going to be held on here by just maybe a little teeny drop of super glue on the two barrel ends, right? That's all that's holding this thing into place. And what we need to do is have this right up at the tip of the tweezers, so the glue actually has an opportunity to latch on and adhere this thing to this piece. So here we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so we'll remove that so there's no super glue that squeezes out underneath of this part. But there's the there's how this thing is going to look and how it's going to go together, right? Pretty good. Pretty good. And then this cover just pops on right there. And focus. Boom. There's your look. Right? There's your look. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. Can you dig it? Alright. Let's do the same thing to this other little piston here, right? And a couple drops right there. And let's see, moment of truth. Alignment is good. Let's get this off of here before it grabs, and it almost did. And then let's get this piece off of there, again, which it almost did. And compress these together ever so carefully. Yeah, so there we go. All right, so let's put this back on there. Let's put this back on here. And there, ladies and germs, here's our piece. Ooh, look at that angle. What? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I am super digging it. All right, so let's see. What are we gonna do? Because this is the thing that I'm on right now. We need something back here, right? Something. Too big. Too ugly. Not good enough. No, not you. You either. Nah. No. Okay. No, not that. Ah. That could be a possibility right there. We'll hold that off. No. What's this? Ooh, let's see. That's not bad. Let's see what we got here. That's not terrible. We'll hold on to that too. I'm not necessarily sold on that particular one though, if I'm being honest. Well. Interesting little things on that one. Not gonna lie. No. Let's see, just digging in the crates here, you guys. Sometimes you never know what you got. Ooh. I think we got something here. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, I think we got it. Unless... No, that's too big. So what I'm thinking here... No, that's too big. Ooh, wait a minute. Here, look at these. Oh, yeah. One of these little cross plates. Yeah. Hell yeah. Word. Okay, so. Sorvan says decal space. There's other room for that. Sorvan, I know. Trust me. I know. You have a thing where I do like to try and pack in as much detail as possible. I know, it's a sickness. Shut up. And Sorvan always calls me on it too, man. He's just like, just leave it be. You don't have to put detail there. But I have to. It's a sickness. There must be detail. Chase the illusion of scale. There we go. Hey, whoa! Jesus. John Lynn. Sweet Baby J with the $2 super chat. Thank you, John Lynn. She says, for the best national Gunpla treasure. Get out of here. If you guys didn't see the early stream, Miss John Lynn sent me these two Haros. One was a commission. One was a complete surprise, right? There's the Child of Mecha Haro, which I actually did commission, right? Look at that, Child of Mecha, buy Mecha Decals down here, right? There's the chair that I had to stand on to smack Frankie. Heart parachute, mechanism, Mecha Army. There's the Jesta, 67th Tactical Mobile Suit Squadron, which the Jesta is a part of. And then the cool thing was 2016 and then 2019, the 2 years that I went to GBWC. So that was really cool. So thank you, John Lynn. And then also, too, the surprise Haro that she sent me was an airdrop-inspired Jesta, right? Look at this. Airdrop Jesta. There's two little eyes. And we've got the cool little dot patterns on the above and below. But the thing that kind of blew me away was this. Look at that. A nice portrait of airdrop, right? Like, she's even got part of the gun in there and everything. Man, John Lynn blew it out of the water with these. Absolutely blew it out of the water. So, thank you, John Lynn. Appreciate it, as always. And then, just for, come here, damn it. Just for funsies, she went ahead. Jesus, I can't hold this thing. Where'd it go? Come on. There we go. She threw in a fun Gus. One of my favorite stickers. Fun Gus, yeah. Anywho. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff from Sweet Baby J. Miss John Lynn. So, anyway. You know what? While we're at it, let's get caught up with the chat, shall we? It's warm in here. I'm dying. Anyway. Let's see. Let's rewind this back and see where we left off, yeah? Brandon, he says, I've also seen people use glass plate for cutting masking tape, but it seems riskier with it being able to shatter. Yeah, I'm never quite sold on that. And then, you have to be careful of the edges because that glass will cut you. It will cut you. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I like acrylic. And plus you can drill into it and you can hang it on a hook or something like I always do. I just have it hanging on a metal hook right on the side of my airbrush spray booth and everything. So it's just good for storage, and that's why I like acrylic over glass, but either one will work. Andrew says, how's the Badger airbrush coming along, Tim? Honestly, I don't know, dude. I haven't even picked it up since we last talked about it. I had bigger fish in the pan, so forgive me, but I have not even thought about it. So I will try my best to do that. Alexander says, that looks offset to me. Could just be the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, and it could just be the angle of the camera too, because my camera's not looking directly straight down. It's actually a little angled, so that could throw in a little bit of weirdness when looking at things, on the screen. So keep it in mind. But it all looked good to me. Let's see. Brandon says, I have an old piece of acrylic I use RF, just was throwing out what I've seen. Oh yeah, definitely. Brandon Cobb over there on Facebook, he says, yo, feel free to send me the acrylic piece my way. Nice. Bill says, number 3, cut multiple shallow times. Don't try to remove a lot of plastic per cut. Yes. Number 4, wear eye protection. What list are we going through here, Bill? Because I don't know, I might have missed it. I missed 1 and 2. I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Zach Bleich is over there on YouTube from our friends at Galactic Hobby. What's going on, Zach? Beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's see. Alexandra says, sleepy but got my morning hot chocolate to wake me up. There you go. There you go. Brandon says, hot chocolate in the morning would put me right back to sleep. Nice. Bill says, not sure if this was good or bad. Knocked a 110 milliliter glass bottle of leveling thinner over, still closed, and it rolled off the bench to hit my foot, but it didn't shatter on the floor. Yay! That's why I get plastic. The 400, if you can find it, that is. That's the main problem. Alexander says, keeps me up, Brandon. Not only hot chocolate I can have, because tea and coffee don't sit with me very well. Gotcha. Victory and Bruise is mine. Hey, Greg Blair's over there on YouTube. He says, I am actually making the MDF sanding block now. Hey, that's awesome, dude. He says, my brother was like, what are you doing with those scraps of MDF? And I was explaining it to him, and he just gave me a weird look, like I was weird, and then walked off. Well, that's his loss, Greg, right? Because you're going to come out of this with swanky new, amazing sanding blocks, right? That are just super high quality. His loss, your gain. Let's see. Excuse me. Malumbo is over there on YouTube. He says small victories. To Bill, yeah, right? Small victories. Josh Brown is also over there on YouTube. He says, evening, everyone. Been a long time since I have caught a stream. Went back to work, and it's been chaos. I know that. He says, been too tired to even build anything. Whew, yeah. I've been close to it, dude. I've been very, very close to that, so I know what you're feeling. Andrew's got a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, why not make small pegs from paper clips for those piston pieces? Because the super glue will hold just as well. Plain and simple. Yeah. Josh Brown says, jazzy. Hey, now. Sorvan over there on Twitch, he says decal space. I know. Superset 5 just got back from dinner and a shower. What'd I miss? Killing me, Mike. You're killing me, bud. Sorvan says decals are just a different detail. Shut up, Sorvan. I know. Just let me do my thing. Jesus. Zero Kai has got a question. Let's get this button reloaded here, yeah? And there we go.
We have a question.
He says, what kind of chisels are good on a high-grade kit? I want to scribe some, I guess, lines on his EZSR. Build. Any thoughts from you or the Mecha Army? So for a 144, 0.1 for your normal panel lines, and then 0.3 and either 0.5 or 0.6. Those are usually the best starters, in my opinion. That covers probably a good 95% of everything that I scribe. So, food for thought. And if you wanted to get like a 0.2 for perimeter scribes, just to give it a little bit more, kind of shadow when you go to panel line, that's another option as well. But for a 144, I'd probably keep at 0.1 millimeter chisel for panel lines. So yeah, 0.2 millimeters on a 144, way too big. I think 0.2 on a 1/100 scale is a little big, but that doesn't stop me from using it. I think it still looks okay. Depends on the size of the mech, right? So, Superset 5 over there on Twitch, he says, I think Tim needs an intervention. You could say an armed intervention. Ha ha ha. DT is over there on Twitter. Yeah. He says, saw those in the Cutting Mat podcast Discord, talking about the Haro and everything. He says, looks dope. I know, right? I love my little Haros. William Williams says, amazing job there, John Lynn. Virtual hug. Brandon says, hey Jay, did you think about any triple color Fungus stickers? I would grab a few if you had them. There you go. He says, you're killing it with your talent and products, Jay, by the way. I agree wholeheartedly. Hell yeah. Chris Degger to Zero Kai, have a look at those new USA Gundam chisels, they might help. Yeah. I couldn't find them on the website. Disappointed. John Lynn says, so more stickers are in the works. There you go. George says, good night all, early out, enjoy and stay safe and sane. George, thank you for watching, tuning in, buddy, hanging out. We'll see you next time. John Lynn says, currently Pride stickers, but more soon. There you go. Let's see. Let's check in with the Mecha Army Facebook group. I saw Mike Wine over there. He says, Timbo. Howard Rivera is also over there. He says, hello. What's going on, Howard? And like we said, Gary was over there before spamming some heart emojis, but he came over to YouTube with us, right? Let's see. Bill says that list was tips for using a hobby knife, Tim. Oh, okay. Like I said, I didn't see one or two. I didn't see them come through, Bill. So I don't know. My loss. Let's see. Chris Dagger says, I made some of those sanding blocks. They do work quite nice. That's awesome, dude. They are. I'm loving them. They work really good for me. Malumbo says, I'll keep those in mind next time. There you go. Bill says 1 and 2 were to use a sharp blade and don't cut towards body parts. I'm always guilty of that. I'm just saying. I'm always guilty of that. John Lynn says, I got by and gay pride flag Haro stickers up right now. There you go. Nice. Brandon says, 0.125 and 0.3 are my go-to for high grades. Yeah, the 0.125 is a little bit bigger than the 0.1, obviously, but still smaller than the 0.15 that we use, or at least I use on master grades. So, yeah, happy medium, I say. Yeah, happy medium. Let's see. Super Kick is over there on Twitch. He says, what sanding stick do you use? I make my own. Yeah. So this right here is I call them sanding blocks because this is just 1/4-inch MDF or medium density fiberboard, available at most hardware stores and stuff like that, and you can get them in small sheets, like a 2x2 sheet, right? But this, I wrote, obviously this is 400 grit right here, but if you're interested in making your own of these, I have a full tutorial on childofmecha.com, and I show you every step of the way what it takes to make those things, and they're really, really good, and they're very stable. That's why I used MDF. MDF is extremely, extremely stable, right? And the way that I sanded it, super smooth. That's another big thing. So, yeah. So, Super Kick, if you're interested in making your own, go check out childofmecha.com. Check the tutorials. You'll find them. Andrew says, how about Mario Super Mushroom Fungus? There you go. Brandon says, are they on your Insta, Jay? I'll go take a look. Yeah, they are. They are. I think they're her latest post, actually. Yeah, we took a look at her Instagram a little bit earlier, and now I'm interested. What kind of following did we get you there, Jay? Let's see. Let's check in, shall we? Let's check in. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. We got you 6. Most people, I think, are probably following you already anyway, so it's not really a huge secret anymore, right? So it is what it is. But good stuff. Good stuff there. Greek Knockos, Charles is over there. USA Gundam Chisel set. Ooh, with the link. Let me look at this. Hang on. Hang on, kids. Daddy needs to look at this and see what is what here. Premium chisel set. Ooh, look at this. What is this all about? Oh, yeah, the G-Tools. Hey, hey, hey. Not bad. Not bad at all. And you get 3 chisels in it for $38. That's not bad, kids. That's not bad at all. And a holder and containers to hold all of the little chisels and everything. Shoo. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna favorite this and save it for later. Done deal there. Let me copy the link over to everybody here, okay? And then we'll blast it out to the entire Mecha Army here. Boom. There we go. That's going out to everybody now. So there you are. And waiting on Facebook. There we go. There goes Facebook. Good stuff. So the link should be everywhere for you guys. There's the USA Gundam Store premium chisel set for $38.99. Not a bad price for three quality chisels from what it looks like. They're Mr. Hobby chisels, but they've got USA Gundam Store on the holder, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Super Kick says thank you. Definitely going to look into it. Awesome, dude. Let's see. Brandon says I just followed. Thought I already was, but I guess not. There you go. So we got 7 for Jay, right? Zero Kai says link it. We did. We got you. Bill says Jay, maybe have 3 of them together and it's a fun guys. Oh. Anyway, Chris Degger says, I don't have the means to cut the MDF, so what I did was ask the guys at Home Depot to cut it for me. Yeah, absolutely. They'll be happy to. Well, maybe not happy to, but they will do it anyway, right? If you ask them, they'll do it. Yeah, they'll cut it right there, and bada boom, bada bing, you got, nice little sanding blocks. So yeah. Zero Kai says, gimme. It's there, man. Go get them. Let's see. John Len says, ultimate dad joke sticker. Right? Jesus. Andrew says, to Chris Degger says, I'll probably have to do that as well. Yeah, and they will. And even if you have to go to Lowe's or someplace like that, most of these places will be happy to do that. And then if worse comes to worse, just to use it you could use a handsaw or something like that, So, let's see. John Lynn says, oh, this is a joke, right? Mushroom walks into a bar. Bartender says, I'm sorry, I don't serve your kind here. Mushroom replies, why not? I'm a fun guy. Anyway. William Williams says, isn't Simp coming out with some chisels as well? I believe so from what Pabby had said. But it's his birthday. I don't expect him to be watching me on his birthday, but who knows. Let's see. Brandon says, my Home Depot won't make cuts that small. Yeah. Some of them are just dicks. Anyway, Bill says, I am the ultimate pun and dad joke guy. Well, at least you live up to your reputation there, Bill. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's work on these little plates here. Let's get these trimmed up because we've got some nubs to chop off here, right? And we're just putting these right there on the good old 1, 2, 3 block so we can see these a little bit better. Excuse me. All right, so let's be very, very careful with these. Ooh, don't jump on me. Right there. Chop that. Okay, those nubs are cleaned off. We're going to put that guy to the side. Let's do the same thing with his little friend here. There we go. Excuse me. And there we are. Okay, cool. Now we have a matchy set of little deals here, right? So we're gonna pull those off of the 1, 2, 3 block here. We're gonna put this off to the side and get these bad boys glued into place. We're gonna take this off of here. Ah, shit. Looks like squeeze out got it. Let's be ever so careful. Come on now, you. There it goes. Alright. So, we're going to place that right about there. Right about there on that thing. And I think that's going to look really nice. I think that placement is good. Okay. So, what we need to do, I don't want to necessarily put any sort of drop on this because I think it'll be way too much and then the super glue squeeze out will be horrendous. So, we're going to get our little palette here. We're going to put a drop of super glue there. And then we're going to get our little scrap piece here. And that's how we're going to pop these guys onto here. Okay. And there we go. All right, so eyes down. Okay, there she is. And push that on there with this since it's got a little bit more structural rigidity. The thing we love so much in this hobby is structural rigidity. Say it 3 times with me, people. Structural rigidity. Just sounds good. Good. That's the exact opposite. Okay. And we place. Okay. Let's see. Alignment looks pretty good. And vertically that looks nice. Okay, so I think... Whoop, that's backwards. Hey. There's what we've got. Yeah. I think that looks good. And then, sort of on the other thing is that you still have a little room right in here for a decal. Look at that. There you go. Still got room for that decal. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so let's get this thing back on to the bazooka itself, the barrels and everything. Let's put this guy back on here, and there is that kind of nice looking detail with the shocks, pistons, whatever. But yeah, I think that all looks really, really good back there. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to do is to address this here, right? I don't think we're gonna do anything positive, you know, no positive details to this, but I definitely want to do a little bit of negative detail to it. So reinforcing, you know, these panel lines, and then maybe cutting in some notches and stuff like that here as well. I think that will be pretty nice. So let's see. Let's start with a 0.3. Let's see where we are with these notches here and see if that's a good width. Yeah, I think that'll do. See, if I had a 0.4, that'd probably be better, but I don't. Hey, Super Kick, new follower. Thank you. Appreciate that. Welcome officially to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Hey, there we go. Nice. All right. So, let's get... Whoa! What's up with that? Killing me. Whatever. Go away. All right. So, let's get these kind of reinforced here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's leaving a little bit too much on the table in terms of scribing. So we're going to grab the 0.5 here. Not necessarily my favorite chisel in the world. It's got a little chip in it, and it's just, you know, one of those things. You just got to deal with it, I guess, right? So we're going to use this and try our best with this guy. See where this takes us, right? Like I said, this probably would be perfect with a 0.4. A 0.5 though, I think is going to be. I think it's going to be good. I think it'll be fine. Okay, good there. Good there. Okay, last one across the top. All right, much better. Much better, much cleaner. All right. So, the next thing I want to do is cut a couple notches in here, right? So, just along the top of this thing. Nothing crazy. And I think what we're going to do is kind of... we're going to use the 0.6 here for this. And... actually, you know what? We're going to go bigger. We're gonna pull out the 1 millimeter for this. Yeah, we're gonna make one beefy 1 millimeter notches here. Okay, there's that. Let's clean up here. Okay, so what's that look like here? Ooh, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah, really good. I'm happy with that. All right, so we're going to put a couple more of these in here. Right up the line. Okay. Okay, good there. Yeah, very nice. All right, so now, what we're gonna go ahead and do is to separate this last piece here. So we're going to pull out the 0.20, and we're going to make a separation right here where this little angle break is, right? So we're just basically going to cut a line right in there at that angle break to make it look like these parts are separate, right? And then we can put in our last 1mm notch. Okay. All right, good stuff. So now we have a level of demarcation for this upper piece, right? So what we're going to do, follow along in the line of the notches that we've done previously. Okay, so that's step one. We're going to wrap this around to the other side here too. Looks good there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this, excuse me, we're going to wrap this notch around this angle break, and basically just kind of extend this down just a hair, and then that will tie everything in. Be good if I was on screen though, right? Right? Just like that. We're not going to extend it too far. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Nice. That's nice. I like it a lot. Word. Oh. Almost lost the cap. Chisel discipline, kids. All right, so last thing that we're going to do. Go ahead, give this a few more little notches in here just to kind of sell the mechanical look, right? And this is 0.3, by the way, that we're using. Nice, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's get this thing back on here. Nice. Get this thing back on there and Let's do a little chisel discipline. Ooh. And let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That looks pretty good, right? Yeah, hell yeah. I am digging that. Man, that those notches right there, they will catch the panel line fluid and it'll just pop. And you got the two little notches right in there, just subtle little things. Yeah. 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 I'm digging it. I am digging it. Let's get caught up with the chat, shall we? I think so. Let's see. Where did everything go? Oh my god. Okay, so here we go. Superset5 says, let's find out. Resin! Trying to summon Pabs. I don't think it's going to work tonight. It's his birthday. Let's see. Andrew says, I keep forgetting I have a bottle of water next to me. There you go. Brandon says, I really need to get a set of 1, 2, 3 blocks. Dude, they are incredibly useful. Yeah. Superkick over there on Twitch, he says, why do you prefer a stiff sanding block versus a flexible sanding stick? Rigidity. Yeah. Mainly because I don't want to round off any flat or square corners, because that's a big thing, you know, because if you have a flexible sanding stick, that could easily reshape that piece and make it round or make it curved instead of how it should be, which is flat and straight and true. You know, you got to remember that, you know, in the world of Gundam, you know, you have to keep in mind that these things, these mobile suits are engineered to exacting specifications. So if you know, if the human eye perceives a surface should be flat, but it's curved, it's just gonna look janky. You know what I mean? So that's why I like sanding blocks, you know, rigid sanding blocks over, say, like a sanding stick, like a nail file or something like that. That's just not, it's not worth it at that point. Now, if you do have to sand curves and stuff like that, well, then just get you a piece of sandpaper and your fingers will be perfectly fine for that. So yeah, that's the reasoning. Let's see. John Lynn says to Bill, I'm gonna need to see evidence of that. Evidence of him being the ultimate pun and dad joke guy, like we said before. Brandon says 2 more weeks and I can start building again. There you go. Bill says tip. Just a tip. You can go into your Lowe's or Home Depot and get pre-cut MDF accents for crown molding. You can also go to Hobby Lobby and find pre-cut acrylic 1-inch thick rectangles. I did not know that. We don't have Hobby Lobbies around here, so I did not know that. But yeah, that would work too, because those are super stable, right? Super stable. Andrew says, any thoughts on where to get a hobby T-square aside from Amazon, eBay, Taobao, and Japan? Bill says try Staples or Office Depot. You're probably going to be SOL on that one, Andrew, because trust me, I have searched high and low for these types of things. T-squares are usually for drafting, so they usually come in very large sizes. The smallest domestically made one T-square that I've found is, I think it was 12, like a 12-inch T-square, something like that. That's way too big for our purposes, right? The little T-squares are much smaller than that. Here's the small wave, and this is probably what, 5 inches long, something like that. I don't know. But then, of course, you got its bigger brother here, which is maybe, I don't know, 8-9 inches long tops. So you got a foot long T-square. That thing's going to be pretty big. I hardly ever use the big one anyway, so yeah, it's just one of those things. But if you find it, hey, let us know, right? Bill says they make little plastic ones. They do make little plastic ones, but ooh, hey, Inkao Ji Hung, thank you, $5 super chat. Word. He says should have sent this earlier, but couldn't make it through. Gotcha. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you. That's awesome. Very, very good. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's see. Awesome. Let's see. Where do we leave off then? Oh yeah, we left off with Bill's tip. That came out wrong. Let's see. Yeah. See. So Bill says they make little plastic T rulers. But that's the thing. They're plastic, and I mostly use this for cutting and stuff too, right? So it's just the plastic ones are not great at that point, right? So if it's just for measuring, that's perfectly fine. But cutting, I wouldn't do it because your knife is gonna start to cut into that ruler. So. Let's see. Andrew says, where I go depends on what stops I make tomorrow. If I go all the way up to Wasco, there's no way I'll catch the early stream live. Watch it after, man. It's not a big deal. Bill says, excuse me, lots of options. Just pick some place and leave yourself time to walk the aisles and think of how you can use stuff in different ways. Oh, absolutely. 100%. I love doing that. Like, at like craft stores and stuff like that, Michael's and the like. Oh yeah, that's just, that for me is fun, right? Just kind of brainstorming things. You know, you walk down like the jewelry making aisles and stuff like that at like Michael's and stuff like that, and you can find all sorts of little treasures. Just stupid fun. Let's see. Brandon says, could always ask your local hobby shop if they can order one for you. He says, only my local hobby store does custom orders all the time. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We forgot. Inkao Chihung. This one's for you, buddy. Hey, there you go. That $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Anywho, Sorban says to Superkick, when you're working on a flat surface, you want a rigid block to keep the surface flat. A sponge or loose sandpaper might introduce a curve to the surface you don't want. Exactly. Bingo. Andrew says, yeah, I'll ask Hobbytown when I go there. We'll also check with Walt's Hobby Shop. There you go. Brandon says, Hobbytown carries Zona L Square, I think around $8. Yeah, there you go. The L Square is very useful, this little guy. And he's not that much bigger than the little T Square either, you know? And the cool thing is that it comes with metric, but then it also comes with imperial on the other side. So highly useful, highly useful. Let's see. Brandon says, not perfect, but it works. Absolutely. It works really good on the chopper as well. Yeah. Bill says each store has different inventory. You can look on their website and it will check local stock for you. There you go. Brandon says, yeah, but since others carry it, it's an item any of them can get in. Good point. Andrew says, true. Bill says, what? Where's the beef? I'm lost. Oh, Bill says, the dumps. He was making a joke at my expense. Thank you, Bill. I can imagine. Let's see. Andrew says, it's sad because both of the places I can get a burger from that won't make me sick are closed for the night now. One of those things, right? Let's see. Ricky Paul Carlson says, anyone ever eaten an elk burger? Good eating. But then again, I love possum vittles too. I've never had elk, but I have had venison burgers. Those are very good. Yeah. Bill says, or you could wait and just get yourself the new Bandai Cup of Noodles that's coming out. Woohoo! Jesus. Carbon Dobbs over there. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Boom. There you go. Good stuff. Thank you for the follow. Let's see. William Williams says, burgers are nice, but have you ever covered fries in ground beef and smothered that in melted cheese? It's pretty good. Chili, actually. Chili. Yeah. Andrew says, I'll likely get in trouble for thawing out a pound of beef just for a single 3rd-pound patty. Yeah, you know what shit happens, right? $20 for that cup of noodles model. Oof, that's a steep price to pay. I don't get it, right? Yeah. Let's see. Bill says, elk. I have had venison, but not the same. Yeah. Andrew says, I would love some venison brats right now. There you go. Bill says, what to William Williams? Try something. Hey, Carbon Dobbs with a host in this point too. Hey, you get another one of these. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Let's see. Brandon says, I want that cup of noodles model. Why? I just think it's so dumb. That's just me. I don't know. Josh Brown says, I pre-ordered 3 of them. Man. Ricky Paul Carlson says, buffalo is good too. I have had buffalo, yeah. All about the lean meat. True that. William Williams says, that sounds great, except the chili. Shut up. Killing me, Will. You killing me with the non-chili eating ass. Come on. Bill says, buffalo, rabbit, wild boar, alligator, all kinds of good meats out there. Alligator's tasty. Yeah. Kenneth says, how does Tim feel about the cup of noodle? I think it's dumb as shit, honestly. And then Bill says to Kenneth, I don't think the kit is to his taste. Fair. Let's see. Bill says, cup of noodle is Bandai, isn't it? I think so. Brandon says, let's see. Yes, it's Bandai Spirits, Bill. Andrew says, oh, okay. Bill's over there on YouTube. He says, did YouTube just quit? I don't think so. Did YouTube quit for anybody else? Anybody? Going once, going twice? I don't know. YouTube's been acting weird today. I don't know why. But YouTube's been acting a little bit weird, especially in Chrome. Because I'm having to refresh the stream, and it just, I don't know, quits on me for some strange reason. So that might have been what you're looking at, Bill. I don't know. But yeah, other people are saying everything's fine on YouTube, so it might just be you, dude. And then Bill's back. Okay, it must have been my YouTube that screwed up. Yeah, no, it's just been acting really weird, YouTube, today. It's I don't know what the fuck its problem is. Anyway, let's see. Carbon Dobbs, noodles. Just wanted to say, saw your piece for last year's GBWC, and it was awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. The cup of noodles. Carbon Dobbs says, not for me, right? Yeah. Greg Blair says, that cup of noodles being 20 big ones. Oof. You have the real thing for $1. Exactly. Right? Exactly. I don't know. Hey, if that floats your boat, hey, more power to you, man. You know, I'm not gonna hate on somebody that likes a cup of noodles model. It's like the game console models, you know? They're just, I don't know, they're weird, but whatever. Let's see. Greg Blair, Andrew, Kenneth, Charles, yeah, they're all good on YouTube as well, so that's a good thing. Superset5 says it's not called venison, it's called Bambi. Bambi burgers, they taste great. Michael. Killing me, man. Ty Furious says plastic probably has more nutritional value than cup noodles. Jesus. I don't disagree with that. I honestly don't disagree with that one bit. Andrew says, nothing to see here. Move along. Josh Brown says, no kidding, Ty, right? Greg Blair says, also, yes. Josh Brown says, kids, and I thought it was funny as hell. Yeah, there you go. Carbon Dobbs says they are not wrong, right? Yeah, with the nutritional value. Whoo, boy. True that. True that. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. We got what? 10 minutes? Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. We might be able to pull off something else here. So let's get the rulers out of the way. Let's maybe what can we do? Maybe we could do some scribing. Yeah? Some notches. Notches. Like nachos. Let's pull the mag out of here and then pull the rockets out. Let's go ahead and get our 0.6 millimeter. And what I want to do is maybe apply some notches here to the inside edge of this thing, right? So let's get on that with the time that we have left. Okay. Let's see. So what I am thinking here is that these are just going to be kind of latches for the mag, right? There we go. And we'll just do one side here. We won't do both sides, obviously, but we'll get the initial design done up here. And then I can transfer that over to the other side here off stream, right? So. Trying to take these little slivers out of this plastic here. Okay. All right, so there's our notch there and there, but I think this needs a couple more just to kind of make this a cohesive look here. So we're going to put a couple right down here near the corner. Okay, those are looking pretty good. I'm liking that so far. And we'll get one more in the mix here, and I think that's going to sell this look completely. All right, one more down here. Okay, good stuff. Now this is I don't know, this is a bit soft. It feels like a bit softer plastic, which I'm not really liking at this point, but you know, it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers right now. Okay, so let's see what this all is going to look like here. All right, pop these back in here. Get this guy bumped in right there. Yeah. Yeah. See, I think that looks pretty good. You can see those 4 notches around here. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Very cool. All right. Chisel discipline. You guys. Chisel discipline. All right. There is our bazooka so far. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get caught up with the chat one last time. And then we're going to call it a night. Okay? Let's see. William Wim says, I don't eat a cup of noodles for nutrition. I eat them for pure laziness. Hey. Josh Brown says, sodium, pure hell, right? Bill says, I would get game console models if they transformed into Frenzy, Laserbeak, and Friends. He has a point. Kenneth says, only burger I could stand are Impossible Burger. It's way more expensive than regular burgers. True. Ty Fury says, getting some real ramen noodles, boiling them, and making a miso broth doesn't take much longer than, and it's 100 times better. There you go. Bill says, no one eats cup of noodles for nutrition or laziness. They eat them because they're cheap. Andrew says, won't eat anything cooked with onions or mustard, and won't eat mustard or onions on anything. You are missing out, my friend. Greg Blair says, I can't wait for the ramen restaurant near me to open back up. There you go. Ty Furious says, there's a ramen place in DTLA, downtown LA. Yeah, that sells a care package. You can just make ramen at home. Nice. Bill says to Andrew, do you have a problem with mustard or all forms of ketchup? Greg Blair says, not the same. I want the pork rolls too. Andrew says, hate mustard with a passion. Ketchup is okay though. Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. William says, I disagree. Bill, I only cook ramen when I want a quick, mindless meal to make a meal at home. Never has been about cost for me. There you go. Okay. Hey, Goalie Zero, 52 bits. Child of Bazooka will return in Bazooka Endgame. Shit. Good job, Carl. Good job, buddy. Nice one. I love the reference. This one goes for you. There you go. Nice. Bill says, I mean, mustard is a spice and is used regularly in many foods. French's mustard is a mustard ketchup. Interesting. Greg Blair says, also Clint Eastwood. I missed something. He also says, I like spicy brown mustard. Ooh, yeah. With a pretzel, a hot pretzel. Oh, shit. So good. Bill says, I agree, Greg. I don't like Clint Eastwood on my hot dogs either. Hey. Greg Blair, spicy brown, onions, and relish on a hot dog, and you got yourself a Soul Brother sandwich. Oof. Julius Dempsey says, good night, all. Sarge, take care, buddy. Brandon says, I just had the jalapeno mustard on a soft pretzel. Ooh, nice. Ty Fury says, I don't think Clint appreciates being on a hot dog either. There you go. Kenneth says, honey mustard is the way to go. Nothing else. Fair. Brandon says, I don't know, Kenneth. The jalapeno mustard is pretty amazing. It truly is. It's not bad. It's not bad. So, anyway, we will save this debate for another time, right? Because I'm getting hungry. I don't know about y'all. Anyway, you guys, we're rocking the new Heat Hawk t-shirt, the Zaku 2 version. Again, this shirt is not yet available in the store, but it will be soon. So keep your eyes out for it. But if you want some of the other shirts, hit up chowdamecha.com. Like I said, you'll find the shirts, you'll find hats, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we worked with here tonight, there's an Amazon link below here, probably over here somewhere on Twitch and YouTube, that side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, goes to help out the stream and fuel our endeavors moving forward, like the Mecha Studio podcast, right? Coming soon. And then, as always, if you're interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now right down here from our good friends USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew down there will definitely have what you need. Now, if you find value from the stream, if you learn something, if I entertain you in any way, shape, or form, hey, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the other social media channels so you can keep up with what we do outside of the stream. Hey, Tazzy, Gundam Taz, Mr. Robbie, he's over there. He says, late to the party again. Matey, come on, man. It's okay, though. You can rewind it. It's all good. But yeah, so, and if you know somebody or a group of somebodies that could benefit from watching the stream, man, share it with them. It's a nice thing to do, right? So, good stuff. All right, kids, so we'll be back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to continue on the SD high-grade build, and we're going to continue knocking those pieces out and hopefully try to get this thing finished up soon. I don't know when, but soon, right? Anyway, so with that being said, guys, I will catch you on the flippy flip tomorrow. Be safe out there. Use some common sense. Wash your hands. All that good stuff. But by all means, build something cool. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.